I'm Dwight Dobson, and I've had the joy of being a missionary for the last 50 years. We first started in New York City with Dave Wilkerson and being involved in Teen Challenge. That was very exciting for our first areas of ministry. Working with drug addicts, working out with prostitutes, working out with gang members. I was one of the counselors in the dorm, and then also I was one of the cooks. So a variety of jobs to get the job done. I guess we could ask the question, why did I ever want to become a missionary? And that's just a foregone conclusion that that was something that God had planned for my life from the beginning. My father's a pastor, and Dad always had missionaries in our church. And in those days, the missionaries stayed in our home, the pastor's home. I had the spare bedroom, and forever I was being booted out, joined with my brother, and the missionary would be in our house. And so sitting around the dining room tables, listening to the stories, listening to the heartbeat that the missionary had was always of interest. One of the neat things I look back on was at the end of the service when we're all around the altar praying, I would look forward to the missionary coming and putting his hands on my head or my shoulders and praying with me or for me. And I remember the kind of prayer that they would pray. Their prayer was something like this. Lord, we're just thankful for Dwight. We're thankful that we could meet him today, and his father is the pastor, and all that he's been a help to us today. But Lord, I just pray that now as he's a young fellow, that you'll give him the necessary credentials. You'll help him with the education that he needs. You'll help him in every aspect so that when he gets to be a missionary one day, all that you have had ready for him, he will be able to use that in the mission field. Little did I know that my black belt in judo was going to be one of the big things in my life. At the beginning, I wasn't quite sure that how that could be used in the ministry, but God did. And now I look back and I say, hey, withhold not good from them to whom it is due. Well, it's in the powers of your hands to do it. And judo definitely is in the powers of your hands. After Teen Challenge, we had the joy of going to Calcutta, India. Calcutta is one of the largest cities in India, and to work with Brother Mark Buntain and his wife Hulda would be excitement for any young person. For the next 9 years, that was our joy. Besides being involved with all the young people's activities and traveling throughout India, I was the head judo, karate, and self-defense instructor for the city and state police. That made life double exciting, besides all the ministry that we were involved in at the church. I guess one of my accomplishments, one of my talents and the powers of my hands would be to build. And every place I've been, we've ended up building buildings, trying to make this world a better place for the young people that we have had the joy of ministering to. Missions, one thing is for sure, it's never boring. It's always full of excitement. And now we've got 50 years of excitement behind us.